Hello, good people, and welcome, welcome, welcome. I know it's been a long time. I've been sick, but I'm back, okay? If this is your first time being here, my name is Jazz, and I do these videos based off questions and conversations I have with my Instagram family. So if you want to be a part of that, feel free to follow me on Instagram. While you're here, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Look through a few of my other videos, catch up, okay? In the midst of these questions, I definitely tell my story along the way. And yeah, we just have a good talk here. That's all it is. It's nothing more, nothing less. We have a good talk. We have a good talk, good insight. My DMs are always open. Let's get into it. Like I said, I've been sick, so I will be sipping this tea. You probably can hear some of my congestion. But I'm working through it. And shout out to the Golden Girls. I love that show. So anyway, I received a question about recovery. How do you stay positive through recovery? How do you work through recovery from things like job loss, breakups, all that kind of stuff? Like, how do you work to stay positive in the midst of adversity? And I just want to say, first of all, for you to give me that question lets me know that I must be doing something right, to where when you see me, you feel like I am doing oh so well. And that's not to say that I'm not, but trust me, I have days. I have days because it's not easy. So if you've been following along and you've watched other videos, you'll know that, I was married young, I got divorced, I have 2 kids. I have an interesting little background that sort of has shaped where my life has gone, all that kind of stuff. All that to say, things have not always been easy. But I've never felt like I had to wallow in it. And that's not to say that I don't feel my feelings, because I definitely do. I cry like the next person. I get mad like the next person. I'll cuss you out like the next person. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not it's not my favorite thing to do, but I'm not above it, right? I'm not above being human. I'm not above being taken off guard by the random things that happen in life or the things that are unfair in life, right? And so, again, to be asked this question is like, all right, I had to really think about, like, what is it that I do to manage from day to day in spite of everything? So I'll share that, like, my current thing right now is, now that my divorce has been finalized, now that, I've lived as, a solo parent for a couple years now and all of that kind of stuff, I've had some challenges because of all that change, and some, right? So one, being left with practically 100% of the debt was very hard. Very, very hard. Because I'm a very responsible person when it comes to my finances, how I organize my life, and all that kind of stuff. I like things to be neat, orderly, in place. I like schedules, all that kind of stuff. So to now be in a place where I'm having to rebuild my credit, figure out more income and all that kind of stuff, especially when it's no fault of my own, is tough. In the earlier times of this, I literally used to just burn in just hatred toward my ex, because what the F, But you can't stay mad forever, and at the end of the day, it's my credit, it's my thing to figure out, and so I will, right? And so I started to put myself on a plan. Obviously, the first thing would be to, like, budget, cut out things that are unnecessary, all that kind of stuff, right? But the issue became, it just got hard, right? My kids started to get older. They started to want to do extra activities. Well, that's an expense I didn't have in my marriage, because they were smaller, right? Like, they were really small. Then it turned into a thing of last year on my birthday, the week of my birthday, I lost one of my sources of income. And I was devastated because I was heavily depending on that income to get me out of debt in 6 months. Like I was using that check to just like chomp that debt down. And when that happened, and my birthday is in September, and when that happened so close to the holidays, right? And I was on vacation for my birthday on top of that. So imagine being out on the beach, enjoying drinks and all the things, and you're like, oh wow, I have no money. Like it's just like, what? And so of course after a while you can't pay certain bills. You know, you have to like really go down to your priorities. So clearly I'm going to keep a roof over my head. I'm going to keep something to drive, food to eat, clothes to wear, right? But then it's like I still need a cell phone. You know, you still need internet. You still have to pay for your kids to have things that they need, right? You still have to adult. And again, it's not easy. And so when people ask me how, the only thing I could say is that, not to be cliche, but troubles don't last always. At some point this will end. Whether that is in 7 years, it disappears off my credit or something, or I do get that brand new job or brand new opportunity, but none of that can happen if I don't keep my head up and keep pressing forward and be content with the daily provision by my creator, okay? Because I don't know what y'all believe out there, but I know for me, when it says, give us this day our daily bread, right? All I need is for today to be okay. When you're in these kind of spaces where nothing seems to be working out, it's even more pressing for you to enjoy the day. Enjoy your shelter today. Enjoy this meal today. Enjoy the sunshine today. Let tomorrow's trouble be tomorrow's trouble, but enjoy today. Because when you don't have enough, when you don't have enough money, when you don't have enough food, if you worry about tomorrow's food and tomorrow's money, you'll practically send yourself to an early grave. Because if you're so worried about tomorrow in your lack, then today is really not worth living. And if it's not worth living, you'll definitely never get to the upside of this thing. And I hope I'm making sense. I feel like I'm thinking it better than I'm saying it. But yeah, you just have to come to a place of being content, practicing everyday mindfulness, gratefulness. I mean, I am grateful to be able to sit here in my bed in this place of shelter. I have no idea how I'm going to pay for extracurricular activities. I have no idea what next week's groceries is going to look like. I just know every Saturday I've been blessed enough to walk into a store and find something that allows me and my kids to eat for the week. Now, it might not be the fanciest of meals, but we eat. I may not have, money to go on a trip on a whim, but I do enjoy the sunshine. I am grateful to live in a decent neighborhood to where I can go outside. I am grateful that I do have, opportunities to connect with people that I've never even met. You know how many services and things that I've gotten over this past year just because I was in the right place, because I chose to show up anyway, because I chose to be kind and be positive anyway, because I chose to lend a helping hand the way I could. Sometimes, it's not always about dollars and cents. It's not always about having everything all the time. You have to get to the place where having your life, having breath in your body is enough. You have to get to that place because trouble is always going to come. As long as you're living and breathing, you're going to have trouble. As long as you are living and breathing, something is going to go wrong. Something is going to feel uncomfortable. Something is going to feel unfair. So, to get to a place where it consumes you is dangerous because even once that issue is solved, another one is coming. You got to know that another one is coming. But we have to learn to separate ourselves and our being from the problem. The problem is the problem. And you are you. Again, I may not have all the money that I used to have. I may not have a marriage anymore. I may not have the career I thought I would have by now. I may not have a lot of things right now. But what I do have is life. I have opportunity if I want it. There are spaces that are just waiting on somebody to just show up and say a kind word. People really don't understand the power of a kind word. People really don't understand the power of being a safe space for folks. People really don't understand the power that is just in you being you. If you're a believer, you'll know that the Bible says your gifts will make room for you. Your gifts, the person you are, the person God created you to be, will make room for you if you let it. If you let it. So I guess that's how. That's how. I hope all of that was helpful. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but you just got to keep showing up and being you. Like I said, right now, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to somehow increase my income. I have to somehow get on a better track with some things. And I don't know how that's going to happen. But I know every day I get up, I show up, I'm thankful for the little bit of income that I do have that allows me to manage my necessities. I'm thankful for my village, my friends, my family, people I meet who I help and they help me. I'm thankful for all of it. And even on the days when nobody can help me, I'm still grateful. I'm still grateful. Like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Don't know how, don't know when, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I walked into this year, 2025, broken and unsure, and I just knew I had to get more money. It is September now. It'll be September tomorrow, I think. Yeah, today's August 31st. I still ain't got it. Still ain't got it. Not for a lack of trying, but it just hasn't happened yet. However, I made it to month 9 and I am not homeless. I made it to month 9 and I am not hungry. I made it to month 9 and I am not walking anywhere. My truck sits outside, right? Nice and pretty. Like, I made it. But I know I wouldn't have made it if I didn't continue to show up as my authentic self. So that's really the best advice I have. That is the best advice I have. Now, if you want very specifics to your situation, that's probably an offline conversation. And maybe we could chat about it a little bit, but in essence, it's the mindset. It's the mindset. So, again, I hope that was helpful. Thank you for tuning in. I will do my best to get more videos out this week. Y'all pray for me. Like, I want to get well so bad. My birthday's coming up. My birthday's September 10th, and I should be well by then. That's like in another 10 days, so I should be well. So we're just gonna keep our heads up, all right? Y'all have a beautiful day. Even though my head is starting to hurt again. But I'll see you in the next video.